All right. Let me plug the joint, man. Should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you? Let me just throw that up there. I'm going to put that on your conscience before we get off into this. Should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you? Guys, a woman's interest level will always be revealed when she has an opportunity to see you. Whenever you give a woman an opportunity to see you, to bask in your physical presence, her level of interest will be revealed. Okay. Again, when you give a woman an opportunity to be around you, to see you, her level of interest will be revealed. So if a woman is flaking on you, or if a woman is disrespectfully late, and let me just say this about women being late for dates. You guys got to demand more. You guys have to demand more. I'll put it to you like this. If you had a job interview for Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, any one of those little fast food joints, right? Chances are, if you're running late for an interview, or if you can't make the initial interview, as long as you call ahead of time, they're typically going to be okay. Why? Because they have a high turnover rate. They're always bringing in people because people are leaving, right? So what guys have to understand is that a lot of those fast food restaurant jobs, although they have a high turnover rate, they're easy to fill. Now pay attention to what I just said. They're easy to fill, right? Now, let's think about this. Imagine you had a job offer, you had a job interview at a Fortune 500 company or any major successful corporation, right? So, are you going to call and say you can't make the interview? Or you going to be late for that interview? Just think about this. You got a job offer, right? Or you got a job interview for a potential offer for a Fortune 500 company or a corporation making a nice paycheck. You going to be late for that interview? Are you going to be late? Or you going to call in and reschedule? No, you're not. No, you're not, because you understand that an opportunity to work for that company doesn't come around often. And that if you fuck up your opportunity to be on time for that interview, let alone not show up, you're going to miss an opportunity to work for that company. They're not going to play with you. Why? Because that position you applied for is sought after. There is no shortage of people that want that position. Okay, now, what I'm telling you, there is no shortage of people that want that position. And that's exactly how you guys should look at your fucking life when you call up to these live shows and you ask questions like, hey, she flaked on me. What does that mean? She flaked on me. What should I do? What the fuck you mean? What should you do? You were just disrespected and you're asking, what should you do? A woman disrespects you and you're asking other grown men, what should you do about you being disrespected? What the fuck you mean? What should you do? You don't deal with the woman again. What kind of question is that? But hey, I digress, because all I see is a bunch of individuals on the internet who don't really love themselves. They don't respect themselves. They have no sense of self-worth, no sense of self-value. They have no dating rules, no dating standards, no boundaries. You should never be asking, what should you do if a woman flakes on you? What the fuck you mean? What should you do? But since you're asking, I'll be happy to tell you what the fuck you should do when a woman does flake on you. Should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you? Here's the thing, right? And I told a story, and I'm not going to tell it again, about a time I wasn't really flaked on. I guess it was like kind of like a semi flake, but The woman made it up to me. And she told me as much. I want to make it up to you. So when you guys are being flaked on, is that what the woman or women are saying to you? Allow me to make it up to you. Can I please make it up to you? So when I was, I guess, semi-flaked on, if you will, number one, let me just say this real quick. Because I'm a different breed, bro. I'm a different breed. So I don't put up with the shit a lot of y'all put up with. Like chicks being late on dates and not calling you and letting you know, not texting you and letting you know, chicks flaking and y'all still talking to these bitches. Okay, I'm just a different breed. I'm cut from a different cloth, right? So when I was, I guess, semi-flaked on, if you will, the woman called me. She didn't text me. She called me. And speaking of that, let me just say this about that. If a woman is running late for a date, right? Or if she can't make the date, this is just my personal opinion, right? This is just my personal opinion for me because I love myself the way that I do. And I respect my time and I respect myself the way that I do. If a woman is running late or if a woman can't make it, specifically for a first date, she needs to fucking call you. Fuck texting. Fuck that. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. See, a woman who calls you, she understands the urgency of the situation. Let me say that shit again. A woman who calls you understands the urgency of the situation and the urgency and the importance of letting you know what's going on as to not create a situation where what she's doing can be reviewed as disrespectful or can be viewed as disrespectful. See, when a woman is really feeling you, she puts some thought in what the fuck she's doing. I don't know if y'all know that. When a woman is really feeling you, when she's attracted to you, and it's genuine, she puts thought in what she does before she does it. Why? Because she doesn't want you to think she's unappreciative of the fucking opportunity. Should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you? So when I was semi-flaked, if you will, and for those of you that never heard the story, too bad. Go back and watch my other videos where I talked about flaking, and then you'll catch the story. Right? So this young lady called me. And a woman calling you is very personable. See, when a woman calls me to let me know she's running late or whatever, or that she can't make something, to me, I give women points for that because that's very personable. And again, they understand the urgency. You know what? Let this man know what's going on. Yeah, I could text him, but I want him to hear it from me what's going on. I want to communicate what's going on as fast as possible to this man. Right? See, when women actually like you and they want shit to go down, what you will find is that women are way more considerate and way more courteous than many men give them credit for, assuming they really want to see you. A woman's interest level will always be revealed when she has an opportunity to see you. So, what does that mean, really? What does that mean? Number one, a woman who is really about getting next to you, she's really curious, really invested in seeing you, she ain't gonna fucking flake. That's what that means. She ain't gonna fucking flake. A woman who's really invested in seeing you, she really wants to see you, she's not gonna flake. Now, in the event, here's the key. In the event a woman cannot make it to the date for whatever reason, now peep what I'm telling you. She's gonna reach out to you as soon as she fucking knows she can't make it. As soon as she knows, right? As soon as she knows she can't make it, she's going to reach out to you quickly. What I'm hearing about is a lot of you guys, you're calling women like the day before the date or the date, or the day of the date. You're calling women the day before the date or the day of the date, sometimes a couple of hours before the date, and you're calling women or texting women and you're asking them, can they still make it? Only for them to tell you, oh, something came up. I forgot I had to work. Guys, let me just say this about women flaking on y'all. Y'all ain't gonna like this. Some of that is y'all's fault though. Now, here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. A woman flaking on you is a disrespectful act. Period. It doesn't matter why she's flaking, it's disrespectful, right? But also, a lot of times these women are flaking on you guys. They were never attracted to you to begin with. So I want guys to think about this. Why are you guys offering dates to women who are not attracted to you? I just want to answer. I want to answer to that motherfucking question. I really want to know. Because I have never in my motherfucking life offered a date to a woman who was not attracted to me. It's never happened. Let me say that shit again. I have never in my motherfucking life offered a date to a woman who was not attracted to me. Now, let me just say this. In fairness to a lot of you guys who do online dating, a lot of you guys do online dating. I understand that online dating is somewhat of a different animal, right? So I'm not even talking about online dating. I'm talking about strictly for you guys where the first time you met a woman's acquaintance was face to face. Maybe you were out and about with your boys, you were just out on the town doing whatever you do, and you ran into a woman, right? And then you guys, exchange contact information and you set up a date. A lot of you guys, you set up dates with women who don't desire you, and that's your fault. Because here's the thing, and I've been saying this. Now, let me just say this. Here's my disclaimer. You cannot 100% eradicate flaking unless you just stop offering dates altogether. That's the only way you can eradicate women flaking, really, on dates, that is if you stop offering dates. But you should never stop offering dates because of women, right? If you're not going to offer a date, let it be because you just don't want to do one. You personally don't want to do dates, right? Let it be because of that. Don't let it be because you're frustrated with women, because again, it's partially your fault why flaking is happening. Partially your fault. And let me explain what I mean. For you guys, and again, I'm not talking about online dating. I'm talking about when you first meet women face to face. And I've been telling you guys this. Flirt. When you very first meet women, flirt with them. Before you think about offering a date, before you think about exchanging contact information, flirt with that woman. Flirt with that woman. Doesn't it make more sense for you to offer a date to a woman who is showing you interest? Okay, you and her are conversing and she's giving you reciprocal energy where she's actually attracted to you. Wouldn't it make more sense to offer her a date? But that's not what most guys do. What most guys do is you run up on women, you say shit you can't even remember. Okay, and I say that because when we ask guys, what did you say when you met her? I don't remember. So you got guys meeting women, having conversations. You vaguely remember what the fuck you said, which means what you said wasn't memorable. So if it wasn't memorable to you, it wasn't memorable for her, and you wonder why she flakes. Here's the reality of it. Women flake on guys they're not sexually attracted to, period. Point blank, period. Women flake on men they are not sexually attracted to. That's what they do. Right? Now, here's the thing. When we talk about should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you, there's only one scenario where you should ever give a woman a second chance who flaked on you. But here's the key, though. Here's the key. See, she has to be a woman that's attracted to you, though. That's the only way it's going to work. See, and I know y'all just heard me say, a woman who is sexually attracted to you won't flake on you. I know what I said. Right? I know exactly what I said. Right? Here's the thing. There's a difference between a woman texting you and telling you, oh, something came up, I can't make it, or I forgot, I can't make it, and she leaves it there. It's entirely different when a woman hits you up and tells you, I can't make it, but would you please allow me to make it up to you? See, a woman's interest level will always be revealed when she has an opportunity to see you. So even if an emergency comes up and a woman can't make it or she's running really, really late, like let's say for the sake of argument, you have a date scheduled at 7 and she had a prior engagement, like maybe she was at a wedding or some shit like that, and is running over. And she's telling you, I'm sorry, I'm actually part of the wedding party. I'm gonna be late. Is there any way we can meet at 8:30 instead of 7? I will make it up to you. Right. So maybe she wants to meet later in the evening. Maybe she wants to meet another day. But either way, here's the key. Either way, in her conversation to you, she is telling you, allow me to make it up to you. So for me, like when the chick called me, like on the phone, mind you, and she was flaking, although she did show up. For those of you who remember the story, she did show up, but she had to leave. She couldn't stay. She showed up. We hugged it out. She told me, I'm gonna make it up to you. I'll call you in a couple of days. Boom. She cooked dinner. I went over to her house for a home cooked meal, and I ended up smashing. So when a woman is making it up to you, in my opinion, when a woman is making up a flake, it should either consist of her paying for the date, right? Her paying for the date, and you picking. Like if she take you out, like if she wants to take you out, you pick, right? And her paying for the date, right? Either that, or this is just my personal, again, point of view, a home cooked meal like a motherfucker, or we need to be fucking. We need to be fucking. Because here's the reality of it. I want guys to understand something. When a woman flakes on a date, when a woman has to flake on a date, right? Because it's a legitimate emergency, and she's actually attracted to you, she's gonna seek to want to make it up to you, right? And that's gonna be her gesture of goodwill. I need guys to understand that when a woman first meets you and she's feeling you, she likes you, she doesn't want to do anything or say anything to give you the impression that she's unfucking grateful. So when a woman flakes on you and she's not offering to make it up to you, but instead you like a goofy is offering to make it up to her. And I want you guys to think about that. A woman cancels a date on you and you're gonna offer a makeup date. I'm gonna finish up with this. I'm gonna put you guys in this mindset. So you plan a date, the day of the date, like many of you, right? The day of the date. What will some of you do? You're gonna go to the chop shop, the barber shop, you know what I'm saying? Get your wig split, you know what I'm saying? If you got facial hair, you're gonna make sure that's on point. You're gonna make sure the clothes you wear is on point. But you guys that are really into your cars, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to the fucking car wash, you're gonna clean and detail the fuck out that motherfucker. You're gonna prepare yourself for a date. And for some of you that got your own spot, what might you do? Y'all know what we do when we got our own spot. We clean that motherfucker. We make sure it's on point just in case the date doesn't end and it comes back to your spot. So you're literally during the day, you're doing things in preparation for this date. You're spending a lot of time in preparation to see this chick, only for her to flake on you. And then you're going to offer to go through that shit again? Should you ever give a second chance to a woman who flaked on you? No. Hell no. Unless she, during the time that she is flaking, if she calls you or texts you, during that time, she needs to also be offering to make it up to you. You don't ask a woman to make it up to you. Now, if she asks you, can she make it up to you? Then you tell her how she can make it up to you. But it should not involve you spending money. She had her chance. Guys, anytime you offer a date where you were going to spend money and a woman flakes, she had her chance. She had her chance. She blew that. She don't get money spent on her now. Right? Now, if you don't have dating standards and you don't have any boundaries, what I just said is going to fall on deaf ears. When you offer a date and a woman flakes, you don't give her a second opportunity to have money spent on her. No, she fucked up her opportunity. Now she needs to make it up to you if she wants a second chance. She has to make it up to you. You don't offer a fucking rain check for a chick who flaked on you. Don't do that shit. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.